What's gonna happen to KOF? Okay, Eric Feig is an American film producer. He is launching a production company, Arena SNK Studios. Used to work at Lionsgate. Okay, that's you know, that's a good experience, right? Entertainment venture, Arena SNK Studios. Right. Okay. He's going to be the CEO. Hollywood storytelling with global fandom culture. Well, yeah, we said that last time with you know, KOF movie. We're like, yeah, you know, it's known all over the world. It is, but not quite as much as, you know, we would like to think, really. Of course, the whole, you know, the Street Fighter collabs and all of that is going to help. More people will recognize Terry. The classic Terry, not the City of the Wolves Terry and stuff. We'll see. So Sean Bailey, also former president of Walt Disney Studios Motion Picture Production. Holy crap. Andrew Chen, general partner at Andreessen Horowitz and a prominent AI investor. And Charlie Wen, chief creative officer at Epic Games. It sounds like a good team. They got 1 billion in funding. Yeah, I'm still scared. It's a good team, right? Very experienced. But hey, you know, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's time for, you know, a different look at how we can increase the fandom. It's going to be a challenge for them, right? Oh, and that KOF movie, yeah, well, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I used to play King of Fight in 94 with Vice. Yeah, oh, bad, right? Sorry, your marketing research wasn't really good, was it? No, I used to play Vice in 94. Huge doubt and worry and concern. But who are we? We're just fans. They're going to make KOF somehow more mainstream. I can smell a blonde Kyo coming, right? And Mai's going to be blonde as well. And they're both going to be American. And she's going to be called May. And it's going to be a cartoon on Saturday morning. And it's going to be sad, but I mean, if the series is good and it's funny and it's heartwarming and nice and funny and cool, you'll start a whole new fan group, and then they'll be like, why has Kyo got black hair and he's Japanese? I don't get it. That's not the same game, is it? They're like, no, don't play that old thing. We got a new game. New KOF IP, right? New KOF. And you just press buttons and magic happens, innit? You're like, okay. And you've got guns. Everyone's got guns. You're like, oh, right, yeah. Can you imagine the board, right? The whole board getting together, go, right, okay. We've got this, like, how many years? 40, let's just say 40-year-old IP. 40-year-old Japanese niche game, fighting game. How can we make it cool? I'll make everyone American. Right? No. Let's make them, you know, a mix of everything, right? We've got to put some trans people in there. Yeah, that's what people like, right? We'll make Terry black, right? Okay, cool. You can imagine how this is going to end up, right? And we'll just have to sit here and just play old 98. That's it. And be like, what is this? It's gonna be the Netflix adaptation, bro. You're like, oh, deep breath, right? Deep breath, right? It's not about experience, right? Saudi's throwing their money left and right, and those close to retire greedy geezers just want to make sure they get some of this cash. That's a fact. That was one of the things, right? I was like, yeah, so I'm the CEO and I'm going to just like do this job for a year and then cash out and do something else. I've got the experience. And I got all my buddy friends and my good CV with amazing things on it. But the thing is, like I said, there's still some pressure because you can't really say, okay, I'm the, CEO of this company, right? And I'm going to just completely fail at it and then get another job. I'm not sure that's how it works. It makes you think though. Hold on, what happened to SNK's CEO? Didn't he like resign or something? I'm like, bruv, you used to work at Sega, you had a track record, everything. Whoa, who what happened to him? That is interesting. And it also at the same time not interesting. It's terrifying. You're just like, what is going on? All I can imagine is like, again, a whole load of people around the table with a suitcase of cash. Can you make this happen? And they're just going, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll make it super duper. Just hand over the suitcase. And you're like, yeah, what was it? Gonna make SNK a top 10 game company in, was it 10 years? How many years has passed? SNK, was it CEO? Like, it's like Oda's like vice president. He's gonna be shitting himself because the way things are going, they're probably gonna push him to become well, they might do. They might push him to become president, and he's going to be in shit. Yeah, revenue. Okay, revenue of SNK is actually on the up, right? It's on the up. You know, it's got a good 3 billion of revenue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They after the launch of COTW, he's become an advisory role. You're like, bruv, he's not going to be CEO anymore. Like, well, okay. What do we call it? We call it the poison chalice, right? Whoever gets to be, you know, the next president has got to do the same thing, right? Pros and cons, right? You've got a whole load of experienced guys from the movie business, from money, coming together, taking more money, right? And saying, yeah, we can do this, right? We already saw the CEO sit down with Saudi, right? And go, yeah, we're going to make SNK a top 10 company in 10 years. COTW was launched. For some reason now, maybe because of the sales that were not as expected, maybe, he's suddenly been relegated to an advisory role. CEO no more. Wonder why? But I suspect that making promises that are just a little bit unrealistic might have been the cause. And it could well happen here again, right? I mean, you look, right? You look, right? If you look at KOF and you look at the evolution of this game, you look at the evolution of the characters, right? You can see, like, every time they try to like modernize like Kyo, people get angry and they want him to go back to being a school kid, right? Yuri keeps getting new glossy coats and people don't care. They're like, yeah, so Yuri's cool, right? Whatever. But they like try to bring cool things in there, like Shune, and everyone's like, nah. And this whole new thing, this whole new studio, right, is probably going to do something even worse, in our opinion. But there is a chance that it could bring in a whole new fan base of young people who become absolutely crazy fans. But we might get a KOF that we've never expected and we don't like. It might even just turn into Fortnite, right? Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do, right? But somehow they think that they're going to make it famous and global and successful. And first of all, this is a fighting game, right? You know, you have that other fighting game which is pretty popular, but it's not like beating Fortnite. It's not beating like Counter-Strike. It's not beating FIFA, bruv. It's just the fighting game. You know, and SNK's got a lot of work to do. And they're still trying to work on the game. You want them to become a global like leader, and I'm like, bruv, they're still fixing their netcode. They're still trying to get games that actually work. And even Capcom still can't get PC ports to work, and you're like, they're trying to like charge people $40 to watch a PPV pay-per-view. I'm like, you're not ready. It's not ready. We're not at this stage. We're not a worldwide esports thing yet. It's not yet. Right? It's the future, but not yet. So we've got a long way to go, right? I mean, you know, I don't care. Honestly, I just don't care anymore. It's just beyond. It's beyond us. We just have to watch. We just have to watch this whole thing just either take off into the sky or burn up and just splat. And I'm just like, okay. It's just like, what? What are we gonna? What can we do? It's like, just watch, man. Just watch. And put it this way, I mean, I don't think the main SNK, right? The main SNK, I don't think they're going to go bankrupt, right? The income's still good, money's still coming in, right? It's not going to go bankrupt. We're going to get KOF 16, and frankly, that's the only thing that's interesting for me. You can do all this whatever TV series, anime stuff, right? Whatever. I don't care, because I'm not going to expect anything good out of any of this. It's going to be crap, to be honest. For me, it's going to be crap. Or anything is going to be crap, right? It's what's important is that it just makes other people happy. Like, good, wonderful, right? But you are not. You know, while I'm alive, there is probably very, very little chance that people who watch all this cartoon and anime movies and all of this wonderful new whatever, KOF whatever, right, are going to come and play King of Fighters 15 or even 98. Isn't it? This is like 0. It's like worse than a gacha. They're not going to do that. It's going to take them 10, 20, 30 years for them to love everything so much that they go, oh, you know what? I'm going to buy a joystick and I'm going to learn some combos. I mean, if they've just started... It's like, is Tom Cruise available? Let me look at the schedule. Probably not for another couple years, right? Time flies, you know, as you get older. Time flies. We you know, see the seasons go past really quick. But it should take another 2 or 3 years before they produce anything. You know, they have to go now chase all the actors and then start filming whatever. And you know, most of the famous actors already have a schedule and a lineup and stuff, and it's like, well, contracts have been signed. Money can do a lot, right? But I don't know how much money they're going to spend. But my gosh, man, yeah, it's there is. I mean, the smart thing would be simultaneous, or at least maybe even movie first or whatever it is first, then King of Fighters 16. You know, like near the end, near the end of the series, they're like, by the way, King of Fighters 16. If you wanna play with Isla in a real game, hey, and don't forget to check out Isla in the collab for Fortnite. You're like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, right. So, what do you think of the board members, especially? Yeah, that's what I said, right? All this experience, it should be good. They have contacts, they have knowledge, they have experience. It should be good, but at the same time, they might make something that is mainstream, and it will not be for me, right? And also, they might just take the money and then quit. They'll be like, "Yeah, it's not working for me, bro. Sorry, I can't do this." Or do they just shit something out? Hate to be vulgar, but they just shit something out and go, yeah, there it is. Why is it not a global phenomenon? I don't understand. Okay, I quit. I understand. I'm sorry I didn't fulfill the task. Let me just walk away with this severance package where you have to give me shares of the whatever and whatever, and I'm gone, right? Off to my, holiday island what do we get? We just get F'd, right? That's it. Time-wise, we might get a new anime at the same time as King of Fighters 16, if not just as the third season of COTW ends. Yeah, it would be good, wouldn't it? Would be good timing.